Alto tries to summon a familiar to pass the exam. He summoned a demon named Vermal from a book. Vermal lives with him as a familiar and makes him go to second year. Despite still having some mana left, they used a crystal to lift up. Rex refused to witness the incident because he believed Chris would win. But Alto, fortunately, placed a crystal on her and won the duel. Everyone was shocked to see Alto win against a member of the student council, praising him. Layla wondered how this had happened and attempted to throw a rock at him, but Cheryl stopped her. At the same time, Professor Obsidian arrived, congratulating Alto on his victory but warning him to not challenge others to duels. Chris did chores because she lost a duel, but other student council members stop and do his work and find herself on the same level as they, both starting over from the bottom. At night, Alto slept peacefully but Vermal suddenly kissed him. She is naked, questioning why he disliked kissing her. Alto explained that he believed one person should only kiss someone they love. Vermal then confessed her love to him. The next day at school, Alto pondered Vermal's words and asked Professor Obsidian if a demon could fall in love with a human. The professor explained that it's difficult to determine if a demon's actions are motivated by love, suggesting demons just do it for desire for human mana. Vermal eats properly, but Alto cannot eat dinner, behaving strangely. He asks her why she is with him. Is she with him only for his mana? Vermal hugged him, expressing her need for mana to survive. Despite kissing him again, she assured him she kissed him out of love. Alto refused her request for another kiss. The next day, he apologized to the Professor Obsidian for his random question, which the professor cannot take badly. The professor told him he looks better from yesterday. He mentions every woman is a feisty little demon. A cute, shy girl approached the Professor Obsidian, showing her love. He reciprocated before injecting her with something, causing her to freeze. Rumors spread that the girl was alive but in a coma. Vice President Ryuga Shinuji discussed Emma Abelian, a fourth year specializing in ice magic, who was frozen in a coma. The dual committee chair, Jessica Schwartz, explained the difficulty in extracting Emma from the ice-coated room, highlighting the inefficiency of ice magic. Alto measured Vermal's height for a report. He observed her daily activities, favorite food, and physical features to make a report, which is given by his teacher. The teacher did it to make students closer to their familiars. He is making a report when she becomes naked and tells him to measure her easily. She put his hand on her boobs. Lilia familiar saw all this and told this to Lilia. Lilia told Cheryl she got into the house with the invisible portion and then she used the copied key to get straight to Alto. Alto took measurements of Vermal boobs and after that asked her to put her cloth back because now he just had to measure her leg. Lilia comes to their room by using a copy key. He touched Lilia as he picked a book from the bookshelf. Lilia gets ashamed of it. He completed his report and discussed their victory with Vermal. He suggested Chris didn't use all her power, enabling them to win the duel. He then asked Vermal to go shopping, unaware she had written something on his report. He was buying lettuce for dinner when Vermal asked him for dessert, but he refused because he had a shortage of money this month. He told her that he would buy it next time for her, but she behaved childishly, and he agreed to buy dessert for her. She hugged and kissed him in public, surprising everyone who saw them. She told him that she would kiss anyone she loves anytime. She kissed him again. Rex's friend came and asked for his help because Rex had a fight with Chris. Chris attacked him, but he was saved. He used a magic ball and made her back off. He stood up and asked her to fight. Alto, along with Vermal, came and aggressively asked him what he was doing with Chris. Rex got aggressive and used his mana to summon a great familiar. At the same time, Elena Kimberlite, the student council president, arrived and shattered the familiar into pieces with her sword. Rex fell, and everyone went to check on him. Elena asked Vermal if she had any knowledge about the power used, but she refused. The student council members discussed the Rex incident, pondering what was behind it. Chris moved out. Alto received a bronze square exam notice, and Lilia advised him to prepare for it, removing all distractions and putting effort into passing the exam. Vermal went to her room for rest and asked him to go to the library to study. He found it strange because she never left him alone. He thought she behaved strangely after the Rex incident. Vermal met Professor Obsidian and simply told him what he did. She said what he did with others was none of her business, but he should have stopped because a human cannot handle that much power. She told him to do what he wanted, but not to lay a finger on Alto. He smiled at it. She moved out, but he suddenly injected something into her to obtain the real thing, and she fell down. Alto studied with Lilia, who touched his hand and told him to focus on studying. Suddenly, light emitted from his right hand, from which he made a contract with Vermal. He worried about Vermal. Everyone was shocked to see mana in the sky. Alto ran away. Elena also moved and cut a strange thing into pieces, but it reassembled and increased in number, trapping her. Meanwhile, Vermal transformed into a monstrous being, causing disasters with just a swing of her arm. Professor Obsidian was pleased with this. Alto is surprised to see all this. He has no words. Professor Obsidian makes Vermal kneel. Alto and Lilia ask Professor Obsidian, "What is this?" He replies, he consulted established magical means that cause madness into a liquid form. It was custom made to work on true demons. Injecting it causes their powers to run amok, and now he has incredible success. He explains that he is the man behind everything. Alto was shocked. He is unable to see Vermal like this. The professor claims to be the best master of Vermal, but at the same time, Vermal breaks the chains, shocking everyone. She attacks the professor, but Alto intervenes, and she accidentally hits him, causing blood to drop on the floor. Vermal remembers the time when she felt adrift in deep, dark, and cold water, and Alto rescued her. As Alto falls, she becomes bigger and more vicious. The professor is also afraid, but Vermal hugs Alto, fortunately making him fine. She cries, but he reassures her that everything is alright. He again fell down. Lilia thinks he is dead, but Vermal kisses him, heals his wound with golden mana, and the professor gets mad, injects himself, transforming into a hybrid demon. He mentions that the ultimate demon has fed upon 100 low-level demons, and with her rampage ended, it can easily crush her. He attacks her, but she injures him with just one strike. He tries to escape in the sky, but Chris and her dragon familiar appear and confront him. Vermal attacks him, causing him to fall, but not killing him. Alto wakes up, and Lilia is happy to see him alive again. Meanwhile, Elena is free from the trap of strange things. Vermal explains to Alto that she pierced his heart with an attack, but now his heart beats because her mana has merged with his. She apologizes, and although Alto takes it easy, he learns that his heart beating in his chest is actually her heart, the heart of a true demon, and if one of them dies, the other will die too. Alto gets angry, as demons are supposed to live forever, but he will die like any human. Professor Obsidian is hauled away by the Ortygia city guard, and the incident is resolved for the moment, but many mysteries still in the air. All the students in comas wake up feeling better, and things change. Alto kisses Vermal, and he realizes he needs her mana for his heart to function. Vermal stops talking to him and acts cold, explaining that she did it because she is a monster, a living disaster, and he also saw her true form, so why isn't he afraid of her? She mentions that it will take many decades for his heart to work properly, and after that, her role in his life will be over. She locks herself in another book, believing it's better for him because they cannot live a normal life anymore. He kisses her but doesn't receive any mana. He tells her she is his familiar, and he needs her every time in life, then leaves. She is shocked, remembering his words that a person should kiss someone whom he loves. Please subscribe to our channel for the latest update.